Hey, when I first turned on the Samsung 65-inch Q7F, it wasn't just another TV moment, it was the point where everything I'd accepted as good enough suddenly felt small compared to what a real picture should do. Before you go any deeper, take a moment to check the current price and stock, because TVs this balanced in color, motion, and overall performance don't stick at strong value for long. This is for you, the person who's watched big scenes and thought, that should look deeper. That should feel brighter. That sound should land harder. I was there too, telling myself my old screen was fine, even when motion looked sluggish and highlights felt washed out. Then one night I paired this with a show I'd seen a dozen times and suddenly everything popped. Contrast wasn't just better, it felt intended. That's the moment you realize you've outgrown compromise. Once this TV is part of your setup, everything feels connected. Quantum HDR doesn't just brighten highlights, it reveals detail you didn't know was buried. Colors stay rich and nuanced instead of washed, so scenic moments feel like depth instead of just bright pixels. Motion looks smoother across sports and fast gaming, not smeared or hesitant. And that object tracking Sound Lite does more than fill the room, it places audio so voices and effects don't feel like they're hovering around images but belong to them. I've lived with this through long movies where every shadow had texture, through competitive gaming where every fast frame mattered, and through everyday TV where dialogue suddenly felt anchored and natural. The Q4 AI Gen1 processor doesn't just crunch numbers, it refines every scene in real time so content feels fluid instead of jagged. You don't think about processing power, you just feel how intentional every frame is. Performance here isn't a line in tiny text, it's that heartbeat you feel when color, motion, and sound align. It's the moment when contrast actually sticks in a bright room. It's the calm confidence that whatever you watch, streaming, movie, game, it's going to look and feel right without endless fiddling. While you're weighing it up, don't let price swings or stock quirks be why this slips out of reach. Big, balanced sets like this get claimed fast once people actually see what they do on screen. If you're hesitating because your current TV gets you by, here's what really hits you after a few days with this: anything weaker starts to feel like watching through a layer instead of into the scene. You start noticing contrast you missed before, colors that stay natural instead of washed, motion that stays confident even in fast scenes, and audio that feels anchored instead of distant. That's the kind of experience that changes how every piece of content feels, not just how it looks. Depth that feels intentional, not flat colors that stay rich, not washed out motion that stays fluid and connected sound that feels anchored, not distant smart processing that just works, not as deep black as premium old speakers aren't full theater caliber. There comes a point where comparisons just fade because the choice you keep circling back to is the one that already felt right from the first look. Don't let this be the upgrade you delay and then look back on wishing you jumped on it sooner. Check the current price and make the move. This is the TV that finally matches how seriously you want to see and feel every moment.